Welcome back to the South Dakota Dynasty. Today the Coyotes are on the road in Morgantown for a game against the Mountaineers. Last week we lost 48-28 to Minnesota, but actually only had 70 yards less of total offense. But as today we'll also be taking on our former head coach Bob Nielsen, who's now the defensive coordinator of the Mountaineers. We're going to have to do a better job against the run today, as Letty Brown and Trey Lowe are both very dynamic threats. And the key really is just to be able to slow down the run, not even necessarily stop it. Lowe in the pistols to start off today. He'll drop back, throw quickly outside. He's got his wide receiver Sean Ryan for 21 yards. On the defensive side of the ball, Trevon Simmons for us is out today, so it'll be redshirt freshman DeMarco Anderson who will be making the start as our third safety. Simmons is actually our leader in tackles for loss with 3 so far this season. West Virginia will go the quick screen outside, and Ross Bukowski brings down Ryan for a loss of 1. 3 down linemen, they'll bring 5 as Lowe lobs it outside. He's got James, and he's got a first down brought down by Anderson and Warren. In the shotgun now with trips to the left, West Virginia going a lot of passes early. Another lob outside, this time it goes back to Ryan as he's got 15 yards beating Deion Kendrick in coverage. In the shotgun, they'll go 3 wide this time, looking to set up the screen pass. Letty Brown has it, he breaks 1 tackle and has another first down as West Virginia is marching down the field uncontested. Trey Lowe will give it off to Letty Brown, and he's into the end zone for a 3-yard rushing touchdown, and West Virginia took 1 minute and 9 seconds to score today. The impact player for West Virginia is Dante Stills. He's a disruptive defensive lineman, and an interesting formation here to start is Dontavius Knight, the running back, is lined up at quarterback. It will be a counter play to Jalen Page, who ends up losing 4 yards. J.R. Miller back in the game now as they'll give to Pierce Libby, who was the better back last week with 88 yards. Jalen Page was the better back in week 1, and we'll have to see how that duo continues throughout the season. And on 3rd down, West Virginia and a free rusher get there. It's Michael Lawson for the sack. Loss of 8, and it would be a 3-and-out forced by West Virginia. Great field position to start this drive as Lowe will keep it on the read option. He's got some room to run. He's met and brought down by Deion Kendrick and Trayshawn Toney. Letty Brown had 3 touchdowns last week, already has 1 today. They'll go to the air this time though, and it's Ryan once more. He's been very active so far, as that's already his 4th catch. It'll be 2nd down and goal. They'll go to Letty Brown. He cuts it back and is just shy of the end zone. It'll be 3rd goal from maybe the inches line. 3rd and goal. Lowe will keep it, stretching it outside, and Eric Zakowski, I should say, is there. It's a tackle for loss, and West Virginia settles for the field goal. Pierce Libby breaks through the middle of the field on our first play of the drive as he picks up 15 yards. Now in the pistol full house, they'll fake it to Tay Knight, and it'll be Miller keeping it. He's got some room to run inside of Mountain territory as J.R. Miller went with 253 yards last week, only 1 interception and 3 touchdowns. Now back in the pistol, Miller will keep it once again, active in the running game as West Virginia is not respecting him as a runner. Into the shotgun once again. Here's Pierce Libby. He's into the open field and brought down at around the 1-yard line after a 20-yard run. He already has 37 yards rushing in this first half. Now on 1st down and goal, Libby will be going backwards as the defender broke through immediately. Knight will come in motion as Miller will throw. He's got Deontay Knox for the 4-yard touchdown, and we get on the board for the first time, cutting it to a 3-score lead, as that was J.R. Miller's first pass of the game. Now let's see if our defense can come up with a stop, and that's a great play. It's Deion Kendrick. He's got our 2nd interception of the season. He'll take this one all the way. It's his first career interception. We haven't heard a ton from him so far, and he comes up with a huge play as we've now taken the lead. Back on offense, Trey Lowe will go down. He's sacked for 6, and you can feel the momentum shifting right now. 3rd down and 12. Lowe will throw outside. He's got his man. It's James down the sideline as Warner is beating coverage. It's a 38-yard reception. Trips to the right for Lowe. He lobs it out there, and Kendrick almost got there in time. Was a step too slow, and it's an 11-yard reception. First down and 10, they'll go draw play this time, as it's Lowe being brought down by Tevin Robinson. He already has 2 tackles for loss so far, making a couple impact plays. Now they'll go back to the ground game. It's Letty Brown. He's into the open field and is brought down by Warner. Looked like he had a clear lane to the end zone. Instead, he hesitated, and it'll be first down and goal. Throw to the end zone. It's James for the touchdown, a 5-yard receiving touchdown. A 12 for 13 start for Trey Lowe, with the 1 incompletion being the pick 6 by Deion Kendrick. Now back on offense, they'll give it to Jalen Page, who picks up 8 yards and a first down. In a 4-wide set, Deion Gilbert will come in motion, and it's going to be a backwards pass, and it'll be a loss of 7, trying to throw a swing pass to Deion Gilbert. Miller will run once again. He's hit down hard, but picks up 6 yards, as it'll still be 3rd down and long. On 3rd and 12, good pocket, and Cordell Hicks across the middle. He was our best receiver in week 1 with 7 catches for 98 yards. First down, here's Jalen Page, nowhere to go. He'll end up with no gain. A 5-wide empty set for J.R. Miller on 2nd down and 10. He throws a quick jailbreak screen to Deontay Knox for 6 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 4s will stick empty. Knight comes in motion, lob down the field, and the safety comes over, picks it off. Great play by Martin, and now he has a nice return as West Virginia's forced their first turnover on the day. 4 wide as it'll be play action this time for Lowe. He steps up, lobs it down the field, and into a tight window he finds Wheaton, and they're already inside of Coyote territory. From the shotgun, it'll be Brown straight up the middle, another big running lane inside of the 10 and brought down to the 6 by Deion Kendrick. It's a 29-yard dash. First and goal, they'll go draw play. Here's Brown. He's into the end zone once again for another West Virginia touchdown, as they've quickly extended their lead back up to 2 scores. Dontavius Knight back at quarterback. This time it'll be read option with the give going to Jalen Page, who picks up 7 yards. Now 3rd and inches, they'll give it to Page, and on the read option, he has it for 2 yards and a first. Dontavius Knight will stay in at quarterback, and they'll go play action. He's gonna throw. He gets it to Cordell Hicks, but it's knocked out. His first career pass is an incompletion. Miller will have to come back in on 3rd down and 10, throws it outside. It's nearly caught off the deflection by Nate Went. One thing to mention as we'll be punting the ball away is Deontay Knox on that last drive. He sprained his wrist and will not return today. West Virginia goes back to the ground game as it's Brown, effective once again, 6 carries for 80 yards. So he has been incredibly efficient. Another big run here. He stiff arms a defender. He's still going, breaks another tackle. As our tackling this year seems to have taken a huge step back. I really was not expecting that, but it has been really bad. And now DeMarco Anderson making his first career start, misses on Esdale, and it'll be another Mountaineer first down. Lowe will throw from the pistol. He's got Ryan, brought down by Deion Kendrick at the 1-yard line, as West Virginia has another goal to go opportunity. Lowe will escape the pocket and get into the end zone as West Virginia strikes once again and now extends their lead up to 17. It's been 21 unanswered points by West Virginia. Jalen Page straight up the middle. He finds a hole, makes a man miss, and has a quick first down. We have a lot of time to work with here. No need to try and rush down the field. And he throws. It's intercepted, trying to get it to Cordell Hicks. And it's picked off once again as J.R. Miller now has another interception for his career as that total keeps going up. Throw to Ryan, brought down by Widenar, but it's another West Virginia first down as they have been able to move the ball at will so far today. Lowe will keep it on the read option, straight up the middle. He finds a hole and runs uncontested into the end zone. A 21-yard rushing touchdown. And we will now go into halftime down by 24 as West Virginia has scored 28 unanswered points. A tough end to this half, especially after the pick 6 by Deion Kendrick. It's just gone completely downhill. Our offense has stalled, and our defense has not been able to come up with a stop. West Virginia has 257 yards passing in this first half. That's already more than we've allowed all season, and they're also running the ball very effectively as well. We'll start off the second half with a run. We'll have to see how long they keep up with that. With such a big deficit, at some point we're going to have to maybe start airing the ball out. But if we're able to get run plays like this, maybe we can stick with it. It's a 19-yard run for J.R. Miller. He has a season high with 33 rushing yards today. Pierce Libby straight up the middle. He picks up 8 yards. As once again this week, he's been the better back between him and Jalen Page. But I do expect them to continue to split carries as they continue to have better weeks, and we will ride the hot hand when it comes to it. Third down and 8. This is a big chance for our offense. Page gets the screen pass, maybe gets a yard, and it will be a stop forced by West Virginia, but our offense will stay on the field. We need a big play here. A lob, and Cordell Hicks can't get to it. It's Martin with the interception. He breaks Tay Knight's tackle and is brought down by Cooper Price as West Virginia forces their third turnover, and now their offense has a chance to extend their lead. There's a vicious stiff arm and another thrown by Letty Brown. It's a 14-yard run. 3 wide set. They'll go draw play for Brown, and there's a nice negative play forced. It's a loss of 2. Jackson Harvey with the tackle for loss. We'll go to our dime look. It's third down and 7, and everyone in man coverage, no one on a spy, and Trey Lowe will escape for 24 yards, and the drive will now continue. 3 down linemen on first down and 10. Once again going to the read option. It's Lowe. He breaks 1 tackle and is brought down by Warner and Kendrick. On first down, West Virginia is going to go back to the air. On the slant, they find Ryan. He's brought down by Bukowski as West Virginia inches towards 300 yards passing. Would be a career high if they get to 300 for Trey Lowe, but it's another rushing touchdown for Letty Brown. I believe that's now his 3rd or 4th on the game, as he has had a very strong start this season. Like I said, 3 in the first week, and now he is lighting us up. We start this drive off from a split shotgun look, and it would be Tay Knight losing 2 yards. On third down and 9, they'll go to the air. Miller will throw outside. This time he got Cordell Hicks. The defender trips over another one, and it's Hicks into the open field. Our biggest play on offense today. It's a 60-yard gain for the sophomore tight end. Pierce Libby gets the carry, and he'll go backwards. A loss of 1 or 2 as Chris Banks has the tackle for loss, and Cordell Hicks was actually shaken up on that play. We'll now head into the 4th quarter, down by 31 points, still have not scored since the 2nd quarter, and West Virginia has just had an onslaught on offense lately. Third down and 8. Big chance for a conversion. Cooper Price, he picks up 4 or 5, but is hit down hard short of the line to gain, and our offense will stay on the field. A field goal is not going to help us. That's knocked away by Fortune, looking for Cooper Price. Instead, it'll be a turnover on downs. Our offense has just completely been shut down in these last 16 minutes or so, while West Virginia's offense has been able to work unopposed throughout pretty much this whole game at this point. It'll be a big run for Brown once again, brought down by Zukowski. Now they'll go to the pistol full house. It'll be a give to the fullback Lamb, and he's getting 6 yards on that carry. Sticking with the pistols, the fullback will stay in. They'll go quarterback keeper the whole way. It's a 7-yard run, as now Trey Lowe is over 100 yards rushing. Lowe will throw. He's got all day, no pressure whatsoever, and it's close to a first down, but not quite enough. Our defense has not been able to get any pressure on Lowe. He's had clean pockets all day. Anytime some pressure does get there, though, he is able to scramble. There he loses the football, forced out by Ladorian Bolden. But West Virginia will recover it and now attempt a field goal. The kick is away, and it is good, as it's now 38 unanswered points for the Mountaineers. Now let's see if our offense can just end this scoring drought as we'll start off with a run for Pierce Libby. He picks up a nice gain up to 77 yards rushing today. Libby will stay in the game. They'll go straight up the middle, once again running inside zone. It's a 6-yard gain. Jalen Page now checks back in as we'll run some power, and it's a 5-yard gain as this drive's looking pretty productive. We are running some clock, trying to make this the final drive of today's ball game. A throw, it's Cordell Hicks who's back into the game, and he's got it for 9 yards. That is a good gain, his 3rd catch of the day. 2nd down and 1, they'll give it to Libby once again, and he's got running room once more as we're running the ball well. We've run the ball pretty well in the first 3 games now, but we get behind by so much that we're not able to continue that as we have to start to throw the ball to get back into ball games. It's another good run for Pierce Libby as he's now over 100 yards rushing. Sticking with him once more, this time it's a gain of 2 and a 1st down run. Around 45 seconds left now to be 1st down and 10 for J.R. Miller. He dumps it down to Cooper Price. He breaks 1 tackle, and it's a 6-yard reception. Ladorian Bolden in as the H-back on 3rd down and 2, and J.R. Miller is brought down with 20 seconds left, and it'll be Devin West on as the clock will now run out, as this will be the final play, wanting to end the scoring drought. We could have gone for it, but head coach Christian Vaughn just decided, let's end this scoring drought, get some more points on the board, and head into our next game. Trey Lowe was incredible, 296 on 28 attempts, only 4 incompletions, and added over 100 yards rushing as well. Deion Kendrick made probably the biggest play of the day and one of our only big plays. It was pretty much his pick 6 and Cordell Hicks' long reception, as J.R. Miller threw 3 interceptions, only 117 yards, and was sacked twice. On offense, the biggest positive was Jalen Page, and Pierce Libby once again played very well, especially Pierce Libby, and then Cordell Hicks with 28.6 yards per catch. Deion Kendrick had 8 tackles to go along with his pick 6, and then Tevin Robinson and Ross Bukowski both had 2 tackles for loss and a sack. So West Virginia had nearly 600 yards of total offense. They were absolutely dominant in both phases of the passing and rushing attack. Now we see the season statistics as Pierce Libby up to 252 yards rushing, 239 by far. Our leading receiver is Cordell Hicks. And then on the defense side of the ball, we have a number of guys with 3 tackles for loss and then 2 as well, and 2 picks thrown so far by our defense. But the next episode will actually be a recruiting update. We have not seen our recruiting board so far. It was a little bit of a mess to start the year, and I wanted to give it a little time to be a little more concrete on the players we're targeting. So our next episode, as we go through this bye week, will be a recruiting update. We'll see every player that we're currently targeting, their different skills and all of that, and the future of this roster and everything that goes along with it. But I hope you did enjoy today's game. If you did, please like down below. Comment your thoughts on today's game and what do you think our biggest positions that we need to target in recruiting are. I will see you for that recruiting update. Have a great rest of your day.